We also discussed absolute immunity with judges, and also the federal and state and welfare incentives that are in place that basically anyone who's ever been through a divorce or a custody battle have gone through and have had their kids taken from them without due process of law, while enduring ridiculous child support amounts to pay, while also paying tens of thousands, if not more, hundreds of thousands of dollars to attorneys to buy back your own children. I spoke with you in length in an interview, and you seemed to get it. And I spoke with Jo briefly, and she wanted to do some more research on what she could do federally in your place. What could you tell everybody? That's why I am a libertarian, because of family law. And these two little boys that are with me, because it's my weekend, while 2 years have gone by, and I'm bankrupt. And there's no reason I haven't been charged with a crime. It's just delaying it in court. And this has been going on for decades, 40, 50 years. And I just want to know, how can you and Jo help, and how can we sort of figure out what to do as we bleed that down into the states and get rid of all this incentivized money to take kids away from good parents?
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for that question. So you hit the nail on the head for why this is happening in the first place. It's happening for two reasons. Number one, because they can, and number two, because they've incentivized it. So we have a situation wherein the federal government matches funds for child support. If you are a state agency and you have one of two options in front of you, one is shared parenting with little or no child support, where you get much less money, and the other one is an arrangement where one parent has full or most majority custody, and there's much more child support, and you get much more money. Which one puts more money in your coffers? That second arrangement. And the reason they're able to do this is because they have created a system that allows them to do that. And so we have people who want to be in their children's lives, parents who want to be in their children's lives, who are unable to because the court determines, okay, we're going to give this parent the majority or total custody. This parent has to go and pay total child support. And as a result of that, that's what they get stuck with. This system isn't more known about because people aren't allowed to record their proceedings in court. Why? Because it's a total violation of your rights. You have every right to make it known what is happening in court. Courts are not, mad. There's no state secrets happening in there. There's no reason that you shouldn't be able to show everyone who would want to see it what is happening and record for yourselves what is happening in those courts instead of being reliant on their stenographer. There's no reason for that. We also have, and you mentioned it, we talk about qualified immunity. Judges and politicians have something called absolute immunity. They don't even have to pretend that what they did was reasonable. They just get immunity because they did it during the time that they were in office. And so we have judges who blatantly violate the rights of the people right out in the open and are not held accountable, cannot be held accountable because of absolute immunity. Let's be very clear here. Immunity for people needs to end, whether we are talking about corrupt cops, corrupt government officials, corrupt politicians, corrupt judges, corrupt crony businesses, whoever we are talking about. When someone harms you and when it can be demonstrated that they have violated your rights, aggressed upon you, and caused harm to you, they should be every bit as liable for that as anyone else who's standing here.
Yes, sir.
Very clear. There is also, and I think this is less. I think this is more of the cart pulling the horse than anything here. But there's something we have a presumption that in all cases that the mother should raise the child and the father should go off and pay for the child. And I mean, anyone who has seen what the average American household looks like right now, where both parents are both earning income and helping raise the child, I think that there needs to be, and this is probably something that needs to be handled more at the state level, and I think it would happen if we had a more equitable system that would come from the federal government no longer incentivizing the welfareization of our families.
Yeah.
a presumption of shared parenting.
Yeah.
All other things being equal. Now, if one of the parents has abuse issues or has, addiction issues or has a reason that there shouldn't be shared parenting, obviously it is within the latitude of the family courts to determine this. But the presumption should be that both parents are there because they actually want to be involved in their children's lives. Of course, that's why they're there. So here are the things that we think should be happening at the federal level. Ending the incentivization of this system by ending, Title IX?
Title 4D and Title 4E.
Yeah, Title 4D
of the
Title
Social
4E
Security Act.
of the Social Security Act. The other thing that we need to be doing is ending immunity for anyone, including judges in family court. And the other thing that we should be doing is allowing Americans and protecting and affirming your right to record your proceedings so that you can show people what is happening to you. Because in the same way that an increasing number of Americans can no longer deny what is happening with police brutality, because we've all got cameras now and we can all show it as it's happening, and it's now people can no longer deny that it's happening because they're seeing it, sometimes streamed in HD. When that is allowed to happen in courts, the American people who are not being subjected to this system will be able to see what's happening to their fellow Americans that they've been told all along was happening and they didn't want to believe was true. They will not be able to deny it when it is right in their face. Thank you, Cole.
Yeah.
Chris.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.